soul off. You know, you know, you know. Hey, Lulu, science. This is called.
Previously, I was making animated videos. But in the last year, I got very tired of a video that has a beginning and an end. And so I started making animated simulations, and they look like animations, but they have no beginning and no end. And what is happening is that there are basic evolutionary algorithms that are running through the animation, allowing for the different elements to constantly mutate and dynamically interact with each other. And over time, you get change that even I cannot predict. And in a way, I start with a set of elements that are very authored by me as an artist, but immediately once the simulation begins, everything is very unscripted and it takes on a life of its own. In the past, especially with art, we've seen work and artwork using a computer as a mechanism, but the goal, and hopefully what comes across in this work, is that we no longer see this simulation which is playing on this computer as a mechanism, but more as an organism. It's more like a kind of dog or a little baby that I constantly have to train and make sure it behaves. And so for me, so much of the process of making these simulations isn't fixed like making an animation or a video where you can be very precise in your editing and your casting. Here I'm constantly shaping the behavior of the overall ecosystem and the behavior of the individual elements, including the characters. So because this is happening all live, it's not pre-recorded, it's happening as we watch it. They are characters in a representational way, but they are not necessarily metaphorical because they are actually having a kind of life inside the computer right now. And when I first started this, I thought, how the hell am I gonna create complexity? How am I going to create constantly new obstacles? And I realized the answer is actually opposite. What I had to do was create very, very simple, individual elements and characters that each can, in the computer, they're each constantly sensing their environment. And if I focus just on each of the characters, when I put them all together, they should do the job of creating obstacles for each other. So it's kind of the flip side. Usually in so much of film and video, it's a lot of pre-planning almost from a God point of view, where you want to say, this person does this, this person does this, this person does this, and they will come together in a perfect choreography. And here is a very chaotic choreography. It is one that can only be generated by being very focused on the behaviors of each character and each element. This work and works that I'm working on currently attempt to project what it might be to have a human consciousness in the future. Will vocal hallucinations return? Will we be able to receive hallucinations from other people? Do we even need hallucinations? I think we do in a way. And so with this particular work, the speakers set up with 4 speakers on this side and 1 large speaker on that side relate to the lateralization of the brain, where the left side of the brain, as we know today, processes language and is a very focused, narrow, model-based view of the world. It's what gives us a plan and what makes us stick to a plan, and sometimes what makes us stick too closely to a plan. Whereas the right side of the brain, which corresponds to the left ear, is very polyphonous and is absorbing constantly information from the environment, even if it's not conscious. So right now, I'm absorbing all the different sounds in this museum, but it might not be until I go to bed and dream tonight that my brain can recall them. And so with this particular work in Taipei, it is a simulation in part where many of the characters are experiencing the different ways of experiencing the world from the different halves of the brain. And I'm eager to continue this work in the future.